Previously on Savannah.
Dad?
Jason. Jason, wait.
Someone told the state commissioner about my record in New Jersey. Revoked my gambling license.
And you're coming to Savannah as a businessman and just happening to meet me. I was alive.
Yes.
It's over between us, Tom.
Reese got the commissioner to give her the gambling license. For a third of the profit, she'll come on board as our partner.
Reese's father's denying she's got a sister. Mother, you've got to tell her.
How can you say that Peyton's not your daughter?
It is right there in the letter.
This letter is the action of a desperate woman.
I'm not afraid of getting my blood drawn and tested. Are you? I'd say we are a huge success.
I received the results this afternoon.
Oh, Rick.
Let me be the first to read you the good news. Our DNA markers do not share the same number of repeats. I'm not your father, you're not my daughter.
Please, Dad. Come on, let's go.
Folks, thanks for spending your evening with us here and your money.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get it all back tomorrow night.
You're certainly welcome to try. You be sure and tell your friends about us now. Here. Good night. How'd we do?
Great.
Night. Good job, gentlemen. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Good night. I'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, is that the last of it?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, folks said this was the best gala Savannah's seen in years. Oh, Reese, come over here.
No, I'm fine here, thank you.
Oh, come on. Can't you two at least talk to each other? It would make things a whole lot easier around here.
I'm happy here.
Oh, shoot. It was just an engagement.
Here's the final count.
That's it.
There were loads of people here. Everybody gambled.
Yes, and a lot of them won.
And what was all this malarkey you gave us about the house advantage and the house can't lose?
Well, that's true. Over time. It's only the first night.
Shoot. Subtract our expenses and my share of tonight's profits are less than I would have made as a waitress.
Look, this is just the beginning. You know, before you know it, we'll have money running out of our ears.
Come on, Peyton. Better start straightening up. At this rate, we won't be able to afford a cleaning service.
See you later, Midas.
Of course, some of us did better than others.
Well, the blood test came back yesterday, Mother. There is no DNA match. Edward Burton is not my father.
That's impossible.
Mm. Do you have an active imagination, or do you simply enjoy lying to me?
Peyton, I don't pretend to be an innocent before I met Edward, but I was faithful to him the entire time we were together.
Faithful. Mm-hmm. Well, he said he never even slept with you.
And I am telling you, it is physically impossible for your father to be anyone but Edward Burton.
Well, that only leaves two explanations. Either I am the second Immaculate Conception, or Edward Burton bribed the lab technician.
You think my father rigged the blood test?
It's the only explanation.
No, Peyton, it's not the only explanation.
My mother isn't lying.
I love Lucille like she was my own mother, but...
But you don't believe her.
Look, you and Daddy took the test. These are the results. I'm sorry they're not the ones you expected, but there's nothing to be done about it.
Make him take another.
Peyton, that's ridiculous. It's over and done with.
Hello, partners. It's time for Cartoon Corner. And now...
And we're back with prominent defense attorney Brian Alexander. Mr. Alexander, what do you think is the biggest misperception people have about what you do?
When someone is accused of a crime, he or she is thrown into a world of legal procedure about which most people know very little. And that person needs an advocate to guide them. It's not the place of the advocate to determine the guilt or innocence of that client. The advocate's job, the advocate's duty, is to provide the best possible defense.
You can come in now. Peyton Richards.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice, Mr. Alexander.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Well, now, what can I do for you?
Well, it's awkward. My mother recently told me who my birth father is. I had the man take a blood test, but the results came back negative.
So he isn't your father?
I believe he had the results doctored.
Well, rigging a blood test isn't an easy thing to do.
It is if you're as rich as my father.
And who is this alleged father?
Edward Burton.
The Edward Burton who's running for state senator?
You got it.
Well, I don't suppose he would want word of an illegitimate child leaking out during his campaign.
Yeah, well, he has more to lose in this election.
And what's that?
Well, I imagine you've heard of my mother, Lucille Richards.
She's going on trial for the murder of Travis Peterson.
Edward Burton's son-in-law.
When's your mother's hearing?
Tomorrow morning. Yes?
Cancel all my appointments for the rest of the day.
Yes, sir.
I don't ordinarily take a case on a day's notice, but this is hardly an ordinary case, is it?
How long will this take?
Not long. It's only the preliminary hearing. Lucille will enter her guilty plea, and then the judge sets the date for sentencing.
Poor Peyton.
Okay, hurry. It's not long.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Manning presiding. Court is in session.
Attorneys present.
Elaine Tompkins for the state, Your Honor.
Brian Alexander on behalf of the defendant, Lucille Richards, Your Honor.
Let's get to it then. The defendant will rise. Lucille Richards, you are accused of murder in the first degree of Travis Peterson. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Guilty.
Order! Order!
Hasn't Lucille Richards already confessed to killing Travis Peterson?
At the time, my client confessed to cover for the person she suspected really killed Travis Peterson.
Who does she think really killed him?
With that in mind, our first request of Judge Manning will be a court-ordered, court-controlled blood test of Edward Burton.
Edward? Are you saying Edward Burton killed Travis Peterson?
Edward Burton is the biological father of Lucille Richards' daughter, Peyton.
Were Burton and Richards lovers?
What's more, Mr. Burton was aware of his paternity at the time his daughter was born. He chose to keep it a secret. We believe that Travis threatened to reveal Mr. Burton's secret shortly before he was killed.
Is that Edward Burton's motive for killing Travis?
Draw your own conclusions.
Miss Richards, no comment.
Burton may be your father.
Miss Richards, just a few more questions.
I don't know who's worse. My neurotic ex-housekeeper, her conniving daughter, or that oily attorney.
The press is going to have a field day with
Oh,
this.
yes, they are. I won't even be able to run for dog catcher.
Maybe if you go to Lucille, just try and talk to her.
I say what? It's too late. Damn genie's out of the bottle.
Well, maybe we can contain it. I mean, it's not like you actually killed him. You do have an alibi, right? Edward.
Oh, my neck. Okay, can you scoot over? Oh. I wish Jason would get invited to a sleepover. Oh. But what is it?
My knee.
Okay, here. How's this?
That's better. That's much better.
You realize I'm in a hell of a position.
Well, there's not much I can do about it. I ain't got the steering wheel.
No, not that. I'm talking about my editor assigning me to cover Lucille's trial. I mean, I'm smack in the middle of my two best friends. I mean, imagine Peyton's mother accusing Reese's father of murder.
Can we talk about that some other time?
Sorry.
What you doing? Bobbing for apples. What does it look like I'm doing? This is yours, isn't it?
Well, oof, might have been at one time.
Well, now it's trash.
Well, you know, when things are kept too long, they tend to spoil.
How could she do it? How could your mother accuse my father of murder?
You mean our father?
He may be domineering and pig-headed, but the very idea that he killed Travis is insane.
Well, it might be insane to you, but it's highly likely to me.
Your mother's gone too far.
Or maybe our father has.
Quit saying our father. Blood tests don't lie.
But my mother does.
Well, if she can kill my husband, she can lie about who she slept with.
Oof, you are dangerously close to getting this pie in your face.
Oh, goody, midnight snacks. What are we having?
Rotten apples.
What's the problem?
Peyton called my father a cheat and a murderer.
Yeah, well, Reese called my mother a liar and a whore.
Okay, come on, y'all. Don't do this.
You believe my mother's telling the truth, don't you?
I don't know.
Oh, great. So you don't believe her either.
What? I didn't say that.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, look, don't make me the judge.
Well, you must have an opinion.
I'm a journalist, okay? I'm trained to look at both sides.
Oh, bull, why don't you just say what you think?
I think I want to stay out of this.
Because you believe her.
I didn't say that.
No, of course you didn't, because you take her side on everything.
Since when?
Huh. Oh, and watch her put this argument in one of her articles.
She better not.
Well, who said I'd want to print any of this?
Oh.
Savannah will return after these messages. And now we return to Savannah.
No, that's no bother at all. Glad to be of help. Okay, bye.
What's so funny?
That was your roommate.
Lane?
Yeah, she's doing a story on your mother's trial.
That's not a humorous subject.
That's because you haven't heard the punchline. It would appear that I am Edward Burton's alibi.
What?
We were conducting business the night of the murder.
Well, how does that help my mother?
Peyton, trust me, my testimony will give Edward Burton a floor-to-ceiling window of opportunity to have committed the murder. I can't wait to get on the witness stand. Mr. Masick, how did Mr. Burton react when his daughter Reese told him about Travis Peterson's girlfriend, Bonnie? Well, he became highly agitated. Did he threaten any action against Travis Peterson? His exact words were, "I'm going to kill him."
He said that?
3 times.
Well, you ever notice how good things happen in 3s?
What you reading?
It's nothing. It's just...
Well, it's a big deal. It's not a crime to read a book. It's a study guide.
It's a high school proficiency exam. It's just something I'm doing. When I was in high school, I got in a lot of trouble, and I sort of stayed in trouble, and I never went back.
But now you have.
Well, working in bars isn't exactly something I want to do for the rest of my life.
What do you want to do?
I'm not sure. I just know I need that piece of paper first, and my father would have liked that.
Need any help studying?
Absolutely. I don't want to bother you, though.
Oh, no, we'll trade, you know? The door to the storeroom keeps sticking. You fix it, I'll call us even.
It's a deal.
Okay.
You're leaving early.
Yes, well, I have an appointment with my attorney.
It's a little late for an appointment.
Well, it's a working dinner. What with all his cases and all, this was the only time he could see me.
I bet.
What's that supposed to mean?
I read all about your attorney in the paper. He's good looking.
Yeah.
Well-connected, old money, single. You must be in heaven.
Sugar, this is Savannah. When we talk about old money here, we are talking 8 generations of tradition and position. And Brian Alexander is about as old money as they come. The last person in the world he'd be interested in is an ex-housekeeper's daughter.
Time to switch over. What's the problem?
There were a couple of guys near the slot machines earlier getting out of hand. They went out on the deck. Could you check on them?
You got it.
Thanks.
Tom Masick's testimony against Edward Burton won't amount to much.
Yes, but he heard Burton threaten to kill Travis.
Oh, Tom has a record. His credibility is shot. Anyone else hear Burton spouting on it?
Yeah, but his daughter.
Mm-hmm. What's she like?
Reese. Well,
Let's see, Reese is such a goody-goody. She makes Marsha Brady look like Lizzie Borden.
This wife?
Okay. Then she wouldn't lie to protect her father?
A woman couldn't lie to save her soul.
Honest to a fault. Are we sure she's Edward Burton's daughter?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should have her take the blood test.
Yeah. You're the key to your mother's defense. If Burton's blood test comes through the way you think it will, it'll go a long way to creating reasonable doubt in the jury's mind.
Don't underestimate Burton. He's not above bribing the judge.
No. Ed's smart enough to know he can't buy a Manning. But just in case he tries, I've already warned the judge that if he fails to order Edward to take a new blood test, he damn well better not be driving a new car anytime soon.
Well, that's what I pay you for.
You're not paying me, remember?
Look, I'm so grateful that you're working pro bono.
And while I'm giving free advice, how to put this, I've noticed that clothes fit you exceedingly well.
This is a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing, except in court.
Oh, say no more. I will show up dressed like Martha Stewart, Jane Pauley, and June Cleaver all rolled into one.
Of course, I get the feeling you could stop trafficking in nuns' habit.
You keep this up, I'm gonna have to quit telling my lawyer jokes.
No, you won't. Brian is ruthless and heartless and would have eaten his entire dinner without waiting for his dearly beloved.
I thought you said you couldn't make it.
I broke away from my meeting. Aren't you going to introduce me?
Yeah, of course. Nancy, this is Peyton Richards. Peyton, Nancy Whitson.
Affectionately referred to by his parents as Brian's significant other. How do you do?
Hey, how's it going?
I've almost got it.
You always were good with a knife.
Still am.
Just don't stick any of the customers. Tom? What?
I was outside the office last night. I saw everything.
Everything? Could you be just a little more specific?
Yeah, you're skimming the profits.
Excuse me?
I saw you take the money out of the cash box before you locked it in the safe.
Why would I steal from myself?
So you wouldn't have to share as much with your partners? You're stealing from Reese and Peyton.
You don't understand.
Tom, don't give me the song and dance, okay? I know what I saw.
You don't know the crap that I've had to put up with. It is not fair that each of those women should get a third of the boat.
Yet life has a way of not being fair. I learned that by doing 6 years for a crime I didn't commit. The point is you agreed to give each one a third. You've been good to me, Tom. So have they. Stop doing what you're doing. You'll be the one watching your back for 6 years.
Okay. I don't know what I was thinking. It won't happen again.
I really hope it doesn't.
Tell you what I really want.
What's that?
Is for you and me to own this boat together someday. Just like Dad wanted.
There's nothing I'd like more.
you?
Veronica Koslowski.
You're not what I pictured.
You're not what I pictured.
Why are you here?
Edward sent me.
He's got 2 legs. He could have come himself.
The situation's delicate.
Oh, it is more than delicate. It is downright ugly, and it is all his doing.
I have a proposition from him.
Edward loves propositions. I'm sure you know that.
This one's for you. He knows you want what's best for Peyton.
That's all I've ever wanted.
He wants that too.
Huh. There's a funny way of showing it.
He's willing to give you $250,000 right now to drop all of this paternity business.
Just like that.
Money can be in an account for Peyton tomorrow.
How do I know he'd keep his word?
Peyton can verify receipt of the funds. Lucille, Edward feels just awful. He's... Well, it's affected him deeply to see you suffer like this. He really does want to help.
I'll take the money. I'll drop the accusations. I'll even admit it was a hoax on one condition.
What's that?
I want him to come here himself to say goodbye.
Savannah will return after these messages. Now we return to Savannah.
That hour we spent on colonial history was worse than 6 years in prison.
Which president urged Congress to fund the Lewis and Clark expedition? McNulty.
Thomas Jefferson.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Nixon is Anthony Hopkins. Kennedy, Bill Devane. Abe Lincoln is Henry Fonda. And if they gave out diplomas for watching movies, I'd be sad.
You're gonna pass that high school proficiency exam. You're 100 times smarter than that test.
Well, I appreciate your help.
It was fun.
Well, thanks again.
You're welcome.
And I'll see you tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Please. Forget it.
What?
I feel like an idiot. It's been a long time since I've kissed a woman, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Kissing hasn't changed that much over the years. You could try it. Good night.
Good night.
I'll give you a ride.
Next time, I pick the movie.
You didn't like it?
Did you?
I loved it.
Oh, did you like the part where, the dog chewed up the sofa where the money was hidden?
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Oh, yeah. I knew you were sleeping. There was no dog, no sofa, and no money. Jeez, I'm just grateful you didn't snore.
All right. Give me a break. I was up late last night with Jason.
Well, why didn't you take a nap after work?
Well, the medical examiner cornered me after my shift and unburdened his soul for 2 hours at the neighborhood pub.
2 hours? Can you make an excuse and leave?
Well, I feel sorry for the guy. His wife left him and he's a basket case. Married 22 years and she takes off for California with a minister.
Her minister? That's horrible.
Especially since her minister is a woman.
Oh, no wonder he's upset.
Upset? Last week, he mislabeled a stiff, and yesterday he accidentally tossed someone's liver in the trash. He should have taken a leave 3 months ago.
3 months?
Yeah, that's when his wife left, but now he'll probably lose his job as well.
Hi.
You really shouldn't surprise a person like that. You're lucky I don't carry a gun.
You don't recognize him?
No.
Theodopoulos?
It isn't.
It is.
Oh, my God. Where did you find him?
In some old trunk I haven't opened in 10 years. I did what I always do when I'm upset.
Straightened your closet.
And after I finished my closet, I started on my chest of drawers, and after that, on the trunk.
Oh, you were upset.
Remember how we used to fight over him?
Yeah, we fought over a lot of things.
Remember the time we each pulled so hard we tore his arm off? And we cried our eyes out? And your mother told us we had to share him?
Yeah, I remember.
We fought like sisters.
Reese, I swear to God, we are sisters.
I remember wishing that we were sisters. Did you ever wish that?
Yes.
I think I'd rather not have you as a sister. If it means losing you as a friend. You can keep them.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. I'd rather have Cruella de Vil for a sister.
Sorry, Vinny.
And now we return to Savannah.
You made a wise decision, dear.
How are you going to give Peyton the money?
Well, I'll wire it to her account from an out-of-state account with another name on it. No one will trace it.
Will you do that before I change my plea?
Well, once she gets the money, how could I be sure that you would change your plea?
So, after?
Well, sure, that only makes sense.
To you, yes. But after I change my plea, how do I know you'll give her the money?
Well, you have my word.
Your word?
Yes, my word. And if I go back on it, then...
What, change my plea again? Oh, that would do wonders for my credibility.
All right, I'll give her half before and half after.
How do I know you won't have the bank wire the money back out the next day? You do have powerful connections.
Oh, for Lord's sake, Lucille. I could never risk a paper trail like that. I mean, do we have a deal here or not?
You're panicking.
No, I'm not. Panicking?
You made a mistake, Edward. You took Peyton out of the will, and then you lied to me about it. How can I ever trust you again?
You knew all this last night.
That's right.
Well, then what the hell did you drag me here for today?
To tell you to your face. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to tell the whole world what a cold-hearted bastard you are.
You agreed, damn it!
Oh, Edward, please. You are the last person to lecture anyone about honoring an agreement.
Hey, D. You a religious man?
Why do you ask?
Well, I just thought you might want to start praying, that's all. Praying that the chief gets to read the paper today.
Sources within the police department report that the medical examiner has been under extreme stress due to marital difficulty, resulting in extensive errors dating back to the Travis Peterson case.
Mm-hmm. I suppose you don't know the writer?
They must have written this the minute she got home.
After being with you?
Yeah, we're just talking about working on.
Did you tell her it was off the record?
What do you mean, off the record?
I mean, that was privileged information, and you know it.
How am I supposed to know? You never said anything about that.
I have to qualify everything I say to the woman I love.
Dean, you knew I was assigned to this story. Now, I thought you were giving me information.
I was telling my girlfriend about the rotten day I had. Now I got half the department thinking I'm a direct pipeline to the media.
Look, it wasn't my intention to get you in trouble, and if I did, I'm sorry. But you yourself told me my first responsibility as a reporter is to the truth. Now, nothing I printed was a lie. I double-checked every fact.
Look, I don't think this setup is working out with us. Can't you get the newspaper to put you on another beat?
A rookie reporter doesn't tell her editor she needs to be reassigned because her boyfriend has a problem. I mean, what if I asked you to transfer to another department?
This is my career.
And this is my career.
Lane, I have a son to support. I don't have a lot of options.
I don't either. Dean, I am broke, remember? And it took me 5 years to get this job.
You know, I was so happy this morning. Jason's sleeping at his grandmother's house tonight. I thought how much fun it would be to have the place all to ourselves. And now, what's the point?
Pursuant to the request for another blood test, the state is trying Lucille Richards, not Edward Burton. There's no reason for the court to compel Mr. Burton to undergo another blood test. He's already submitted to one and willingly surrendered the results, which show conclusively that he is not the father of Peyton Richards.
Your Honor, the prosecution has made a big to-do over Mrs. Richards' prior confession. It is imperative that the defense show why she confessed. To show this, we must demonstrate beyond a shadow of a doubt that Edward Burton is Peyton Richards' biological father. The results to which Ms. Tompkins refers are from a private test. We have no way of knowing if these results were compromised.
Sir, to order another blood test of Edward Burton borders on harassment. What's more, the defense has not produced one shred of evidence to support Mrs. Richards' claim.
Judge, just this morning, we came in possession of a document concerning Mr. Burton's paternity of an illegitimate child. This is a suicide note written by one Jackson Henderson, in which he maintains he was told by Edward Burton's wife that Mr. Burton fathered a daughter out of wedlock. You will find a copy of the note, along with the police report of Henderson's suicide, to verify its authenticity. If you'll take note of the date on this item, the child referred to would now be the age of Miss Peyton Richards. Let's get to the bottom of this.
I see no harm in another test. Edward Burton, you are hereby ordered by this court to supply your blood for testing by reporting to Kohlberg Laboratories within 72 hours. Order. Order.
Listen, we can't keep avoiding each other like this.
Yes, we can.
Not if we're going to be in business together. I know I screwed things up between us. I'm sorry.
Is that why you supplied Lucille's attorney with evidence against my father?
They asked for it. Look, I supplied it. It's not my job to hide anything that your father's done.
And you're just loving this, aren't you?
Not as much as you think.
Yes, you are. You're thrilled my father's in trouble, and you're thrilled my life is a mess. I hate you.
I love you.
Vincent Massick.
Yes.
I'm Detective Wheeler. This is Detective Collins. We'd like to talk to you about a robbery.
Robbery?
Mm-hmm.
Last night?
He was with me last night.
All night?
No.
Then you'll have to come answer some questions.
This is crazy. I didn't do anything.
Then you won't mind if we search your room.
You need a warrant for that.
Not if he says it's okay.
Let's go.
You're not gonna find anything.
I hope we don't.
Just rousting my brother because he has a record. What proof do you have he was involved in a robbery?
You ever carry a pocket knife?
And what if I did?
Bingo.
I've never seen that before.
Right.
Look, I swear to you, I've never seen that camera before.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Right, lawyer.
Don't worry, Vincent. I'll get you out of this. Promise.
Well, I told you Judge Manning would do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. You know, for a moment, I thought I actually saw steam coming out of Burton's ears.
He was not a happy man.
Uh-uh. Oh, gosh, I want to celebrate.
Now, don't go popping any champagne corks just yet. We have a long way to go.
Yeah, but the blood test will prove that Burton is my father.
Which gives us a plausible other suspect. But there's still a lot of evidence against your mother. There's the pill in the room, cufflinks in the car, Travis's blood in the back seat. All that has to be explained. Which I'm working on. Excuse me. Hello? You don't have to apologize. I understand. Of course I'm not angry. All right. Bye. Nancy.
Oh.
She had to cancel our date for the night.
Oh.
The flu.
Oh.
Man, we were gonna go see a Tennessee Williams play.
Oh?
And she loves Tennessee Williams.
Well, who doesn't?
You like his work?
Well, I tried like the Dickens to get tickets, but no luck. I think I could have been Tennessee Williams. They would have turned me away without season tickets.
Would you like to join me?
I have always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Hey, Chief. Is interrogation room number 1 free?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Dean, need to have a word with you.
Okay. It's a newspaper article. Go ahead. I'll get started with Mr. Lightfingers.
Okay. Sir, if this is about that newspaper article...
No, that's not it.
Well, what's the problem?
Charges have been made that you planted the evidence that led to Lucille Richards' arrest.
What? Oh, I didn't plan the evidence. That's crazy.
Well, internal affairs will have to decide that. Until then, I'm afraid I have to relieve you of your duty. Sorry, man.
Stay tuned for upcoming scenes from the next episode of Savannah.
Thanks for visiting Savannah. Tune in next week for another all-new episode. And be sure to join us for the WB Wednesday night comedies, Sister Sister, The Parenthood, The Wayans Brothers, and Unhappily Ever After, right here at the WB.